Hey everyone, so welcome to my very first Get Ready With Me video. Today I was off from work and decided to do some playing. Makeup is my form of expression in terms of creativity, and it's what I like to do to make myself feel good. So basically to start, I went in with my Maybelline primer, which is in the green color to help with redness cancellation. I'm just applying that on the areas that I have a lot of redness, which is my cheeks and chin. And then after that, I'm going to be going in with my foundation on my Real Techniques face complexion sponge. Lately, I've been using the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Foundation in the shade Nude. I am obsessed with this foundation. I bought it in the States once years ago, the very first time I went to an Ulta. And then when I went back, I bought like 2 tubes of it because I was obsessed. And luckily now we have NYX in Canada, yay! So I can keep using this foundation. I'm just so happy with the formula, honestly. Like, it's comparable to my MAC foundation, which is like fancy stuff, you know what I mean? So here you can see me just kind of blending out the foundation, blending it down my neck onto the tops of my chest as well as on my ears. Just doing whatever I can to make that foundation be pressed into my skin. And I'm taking the NYX concealer from the same line in a shade lighter. I believe it's Porcelain. And I'm just going to be concealing my dark circles as well as any imperfections on my face and around my nose where I find I get extra redness. As well as my inner corner, I have a lot of darkness there, so I'm just using the concealer to cancel that out. And then I go back in with my sponge to blend all that concealer out. Takes forever, but like it really helps a makeup look when it's properly blended. Alright, so now I'm doing some baking, if you will. I have this NYC loose translucent powder that cost me like $3 for a huge tub of it. So I'm just taking a bunch of that loose powder and putting it onto the area that I just concealed. And I'm going to leave that powder to set while I move on to my eyebrows. But first I was picking a song because music is key. Happy with the choice I went with. I can't remember what I was listening to, honestly. But yeah, I got the loose powder everywhere. Be careful if you ever purchase that stuff. The packaging is terrible. Anyway, so now I'm moving on to my brows. As you can see, I have blonde eyebrows. So it's really been a challenge for me, if you will, to kind of explore the brow world. Lately, I have been finding the Maybelline brow products are really working for me. I didn't want to go with a super dramatic brow, but I definitely wanted to fill them in. So as you can see here, I've been using the Brow Define and Fill Duo by Maybelline. On one side it has like this filling powder, and on the other side it has this defining pencil. The color I'm using is in Auburn. I recently dyed my hair like cherry red, and I find that it's a nice match. So I just kind of go in lightly and fill out the blonde brow hairs, and then I take the defining pencil and really kind of give myself an arch. It's hard when you don't have any eyebrows. You feel like you start from scratch. I've seen so many awesome people who do like a really good job at it, but unfortunately I'm still learning. So at this point I was happy with it, but I did want to take my NYX eyebrow marker in the shade medium and just kind of add some like natural looking hair strokes into the brow. And then I constantly go back in with a spoolie and just kind of blend all the products together. Alright, so now it's contouring time. I have a hard time contouring because I am so fair-skinned, but lately I found that the NYX contour shade in the color Sculpt really works for me. So as you can see right here, I'm just trying to find this brush that I've been using for contouring. I got it in like a NYX blush or something, but I love it. It really works. So I just kind of start by blending the product down and then back up towards my hairline, as you can see. I also like to do a little contouring underneath the jawline to help thin the face, and then up by the hairline as well. When I contour, I like to do one whole side of my face and then do the other side so that I can try and make it as even and matching as much as possible. And then whenever I blend out my contour, you'll see that I do it in circular motions because I find that that blends the product really well. Yeah, so as you can see, those lines are still pretty harsh, but I'm going to go back in later and blend it all out again. So lately I've been doing a little contouring of the nose. I don't like to be heavy-handed here because I find that nose contours look so terrible when they're not done properly, but I just like to add a little shading up by the bridge. So now I'm taking my e.l.f. complexion brush, I believe it's called, and I'm just brushing off that bake now, that excess powder. And I'm going to be taking my Maybelline Fit Me face powder in the shade Porcelain, and this is where I'm going to be spending extra time in blending out that contour, as well as adding some additional coverage to my foundation with the powder. The Maybelline Fit Me powder is a wonderful product. I would highly recommend it to people who are looking for a drugstore press powder. It's a lot of coverage. So now I'm going in with this Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer. It's really, really light and it's not orange at all, so I find that I can use it. I don't normally always wear bronzer, but I felt like it today. Just going in and adding some color into the face, blending out that contour even more. Alright, so now I'm going to be taking my Real Techniques Expert face brush, and I'm going to be applying blush onto my face. I'm using Makeup Geek's Spellbound. It's one of my all-time favorite blushes. It's completely matte. It's kind of like a dusty rose color, and I just find it adds the perfect wash of natural blush color to your face. It really matches with any look. I love it. Anyway, so now I'm going in with highlighter. I'm going in with the ColourPop highlighter in Lunch Money. Shout out to Ashton, who recently gifted this to me. ColourPop is amazing. I have only just started using a few of their products, but their formula is unlike anything I have ever used before. I find that the best application is with your finger. The product doesn't really adhere to brushes. It's very strange, but I was loving the way that that was looking. So I went in and I highlighted my Cupid's bow as well as the tip of my nose, and then also just blended that out a little bit more. And then I just kind of decided I wanted to go ham with the highlighter, so I took my Urban Decay Flush palette, and then with a fan brush, I'm just taking the highlighter in that palette and just layering it on top of the Lunch Money. I love highlighting. Honestly, it's amazing. Makes you feel so glamorous. So now I'm just taking a Real Techniques stippling brush and I'm just going in again and blending everything out together so there aren't any harsh lines. This is a technique that I've definitely picked up from other YouTubers. Doing some dancing. I'm pretty sure I was listening to Mariah Carey at this time. Really been feeling Mariah lately. Anyway, so now I'm just moisturizing my lips before I go on with a liquid lipstick. The liquid lipstick I wore today was the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick in the color Kitten Heels. This is a red liquid lipstick. I've only been wearing liquid lipsticks lately. I love them. I think they're so long wearing and so easy to apply. This color I thought was perfect for the kind of pin-up girl look I was going for. The only thing is it's a really warm shade of red, and normally I'm partial to cool shades of red. This one's a bit orange for me, but I kind of just went with it anyways. Feeling it. I don't normally do lipstick before eyes, but today, since I kind of didn't really have any idea what I wanted to do, I just did the lipstick first and then I was inspired from there. So as you can see, I'm taking a highlighter and I'm just applying a little bit of sparkle into my inner corner to kind of bring some color back to the eyes, since all that concealer and foundation really kind of flattened it out. picking another song. Probably should have edited that out. Alright, so now I'm going in with my Naked Basics palette. I'm taking the shade Naked 2, and I'm just taking that color to add some definition into my crease. It's a really, really kind of neutral taupe color. It's not too harsh, it's not ashy or anything like that, and I find if I just do a really nice dusting of it into the lid, it can add the perfect amount of definition when I'm wearing a wing. And now I'm taking a highlighter in that palette called Venus, I believe, and also just adding a little bit more highlight into the inner corner. So at this point, I decided to go with the NYX liquid liner in white to go with a wing today. I just felt like doing something fun. Also, while I'm here, let me just say that this product is amazing. I have a lot of liquid liners in my collection, and this is the only white liquid liner I have kept because other white liquid liners just are meek in comparison to the formula. It is so pigmented. So as you can see, I do tug a little bit on my outer corner. I know a lot of people would argue and say that you shouldn't do that, but I just have such round eyes that to get a straight line can be very difficult, and I do not tug hard at all. It's very, very gentle. So now I'm about to add my wing onto my liner. And as most of us liner wearing people can relate to, you always start off with the smallest little flick, and then as you go and add more, it just grows in size. I don't mind though, because the bigger the wing, the happier I am. Alright, so now I'm just curling my lashes and getting ready for mascara. I did find that I got a little bit of transfer from the liquid liner into my lashes. So you will see now as I apply mascara, I had to do quite a few coats to kind of get it covered up. I'm using the L'Oreal telescopic mascara in the color Carbon Black. This is one of my holy grail mascaras. It's amazing. It does exactly what it's supposed to and more. Watching myself put on mascara is the weirdest thing. But yeah, like as I said, I had to put on quite a few coats to cover up the transfer. I could wear mascara every day for the rest of my life until I die. I think it just really completes a look like no other makeup product can. I also have blonde eyelashes, so girl gotta get them dark. So now I just took this Rimmel 3D lash to kind of just add a little bit more volume, because you can never have enough, honestly. Alright, so now I'm just kind of wiping off some of my mascara transfer. Yes, I used my saliva. I hope that doesn't freak any of you out or make you not want to be my friend anymore. Now I'm just adding a little bit of my, I believe it's Too Faced, my black kohl liner into the waterline. Just wanted to bring a little bit more smokiness to the lower lash line, and honestly, adding black to the waterline does that successfully every single time. So at this point I was feeling pretty happy with the look, feeling like it was feeling pretty complete. But then I was like, you know what, it needs a little something else. So what I did is I took my Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner in the shade Distortion, and I just kind of added it to the inner corner. You can't really tell in this shot, but it really kind of opened up the inner corner, and I was really happy with the result. So now you can see I'm just honestly feeling myself. At this point, I wanted to just kind of tie in that pinup look that I was feeling. So even though you can't see it in this frame, annoying, I'm new at this, I did put that bow back in my hair, and that kind of helped with the whole thing. And then I was like, you know what, I want to be more highlighted because why not? So I took my NARS highlighter in the shade Albatross. This is such a wonderful highlighter for pale skin girls. It comes up so beautifully, and I just wanted to add a little bit more of that to my cheekbones. And then what I did was I took my ColourPop Lippy Stick in the color Cookie, and I just wanted to try and dull out some of the orangeness that I was feeling was really coming across in the lipstick. I don't even think it worked, to be honest, but I just wanted to try. But either way, that's the look, and thanks so much for watching.